Yeah. So, hello everyone. Good morning and good evening. So, this is the first day of React paid. Okay. So, as of now, what we discuss are free classes of demo, and so today we'll start the first class of paid class. Okay. So, last class we have actually discussed how to create a component, right? So there are two ways we can create a components, like class-based component and functional components. So we have discussed how to create a class-based component and how to create a functional component and all. And we also made a nice website, that's a hotel website where we have a nav bar, full screen landing page with some cards. Okay, and we also have a contact section and a footer, right? So with this, we clearly understand that yes, um, what is the approach, what is the main goal of React.js is we can divide the whole website into the multiple components, right? We can divide, we can partition, okay, make multiple components, and each component will focus on, and we'll focus on data binding and everything. Okay, and later we'll club everything together in the app component, that's app.js. Okay, and moreover, every component is one JS file. Okay, so navbar is one JS file, sidebar is one JS file, card is one JS file, footer is one JS file, like that. Okay, every component will have a JS file. I mean, that's called JSX, so which contains the JavaScript code as well as the HTML. Along with that, one CSS file. Okay, mostly we will write the CSS files in a main uh, root. I think it's here, app.css or index.css. We will write the root styles, and we never mention mostly in each component level, because it's very hard to find out what is the styles to design some grid system and all. And mostly we use Bootstrap and other libraries, so custom styles will be very less only. Okay, and that's what we discuss. And yeah, so today's class we're going to discuss something new. Okay, so what is that is, today we are going to discuss something called um, props. One second, people are still in meeting, waiting. Okay, so today's class we are going to discuss about um, props, props and state, props and state. Okay, so what is props, what is state, and also we discuss data binding with this one. Okay, so these are very basic things to understand in React.js. Okay, what is this one? This is called as React expression. Okay, React expression. So what is meant by expression is, if you want to display some dynamic data, if you want to display some dynamic data or any expression you want to display, you can go with this one. Okay, if you know a little bit of Angular, in Angular, the same expression will be like double curly braces. In React.js, it is single curly braces. Okay, fine. Next, props and state. So what is props? What is state? So props is a sense. It is a data. Okay, so props and state both are for data only. What is props is, if you want to send, because you have multiple components, right? So a website means which having multiple components. Okay, and this props plays the major role in transferring data between one component to another component. Okay, so suppose you have two components, one is app component, root component, and we have an navbar component. So two components are there. So if you want to transfer some data, I have some data in the app, I want to share the data with navbar, I want to send the data to the navbar. So both the components to be in connection. Okay, to make that connection possible using props. Okay, along with that events binding also, but let's see as of now props. So props means which is a concept where we can transfer a data between one component to the another. Okay, just to transfer data. Okay, then what is this state? State means it is also a data, but which is independent for every component. Okay, so every component maintains its own data. Okay, what is props means what? Props means not its own data, the data which is coming from some other component. Okay, that's called using props. And what is state is every component have its own data. Okay, so that data can be maintained using state. The way to get props data is different. The way to maintain the state and modify the state is different. Okay, so first let's understand the props concept with this React expression, and then we'll start with the state concept, and then we'll start with the events binding and all. Okay, so first let's start with this part. So for this, you need to create uh, a new React.js application. You need to create a new React.js application. So here, how to create? Just say npm init React app first app. Okay, some name. Okay, you can create. After that, you have to apply Bootstrap, or you have to connect your application to Bootstrap. Empty Bootstrap. Okay, so this step you have to do it. This we have already done that, so I'm not showing this example again. What I have done is I have taken a previous example what we have done previously for the website developments, and I removed only the components folder, and I remove all those components configuration in the app. So I remove components folder, and in the app I have configured navbar, slider and all. I mean the landing page and all I removed. So now my setup is ready, it's empty now. Okay, so yeah, that's it. And also we have configured the cs and everything, bootstrap files already here. So I have not touched that bootstrap configuration, it's done. So I think you know, right, how to connect bootstrap. You need to install md bootstrap and you have to connect. Yeah, I think you know that part as of now. Done. So now let's understand the props concept in detail. Okay, so let's start the server. I have already started the server using npm start. Okay, and it is compiled successfully, and I got that here just empty. So why it is get empty page is this whole thing is coming from my root app.js, this one, but inside nothing is there, so nothing has come here. Okay, let's make some h1 I am from app. Okay, you get the message automatic. Okay, and you don't need to refresh the page also. Every change you do in the React.js, automatically your browser will refresh because internally it is using the live server. Okay, now let's make a simple navbar because I wanted the demonstration. So what is the example all about? Okay, let's make a simple navbar here. No separate component. Let's make a simple nav tag with the class called bootstrap. We already connected, so now bar now bar dark bg dark, that's it. And I think one more, now bar expand sm. Okay, I want anchor tag. Okay, href just slash, I'll give a class called now bar brand. Okay, what's our definition, I mean the name concept. So react with props and state. React with props and state. That's our concept today. So I get the navbar react with props and state. Yes, perfect. So this navbar is just an indication what is the concept we are discussing. Fine. Now let's discuss the props. Okay. To discuss the props, we need one component because props in a sense I want to transfer some data from one component to another component. I want to send data. So you want to send data, you need some other component also. I have app already. So let's create a new component to accept the data. Okay. So I go to src folder. I create new directory components. Okay, so in this I'm going to create, first I show you with class base and then functional. Okay, or else we'll start with functional and the class. Okay, so let's start with functional component and then we'll start with class component. Okay, so then we'll start with the state. Okay, so let me cut the state on meta. This is not required. Let me cut this, keep it here. First the props, functional and class, and then start with the state. Okay, so let's create a functional component. How? Right click on the components. So we don't have any Angular CLI kind of. Okay, now no command line to create automatic. We have to write from the scratch, just like this. See, this is also one component. See, function app return some JSX export. Okay, same like this. Same one more function, but this guy has made only normal function. You can make this as an arrow function. Let app is equal to, you can make an arrow. This will become an arrow function. You can do anything. Okay, arrow function or normal function. Okay, fine. And okay, if you want to keep it as it is, you can keep it, no issue. But we are going to create arrow based functions. Okay, so here right click new, one JavaScript. What is the name is something called okay, wish message, wish message dot js. Okay, so here import React from React. So I'm writing a class. Sorry, I'm writing first functional. No? So I want to import the fragment as well. So let's wish message, and also make sure you remember every file name starts with uppercase. Every file name of the component starts with uppercase. What is the difference between arrow function, normal function? It is a JavaScript thing, not much difference. Normal function is a old way of writing syntax of functions. Arrow function is coming from ES6. Okay, so that's a new way of declaring a function. Okay, if you want to know more about these concepts, I strongly recommend go to my YouTube channel, and there parallel you can go through. If you want to brush up the JavaScript knowledge, just go to my YouTube channel and just type my name. So here I have a playlist. In the playlist, you can just go through this one. JavaScript, some 66 videos, dedicated playlist on this. So here I explain every concept from scratch, zero to advanced level. So please go through this so you really understand the JavaScript. Okay, so here we concentrate on React.js. Okay, fine, and yeah. So let message is equal to one function. Okay, one function, arrow function. Inside return JSX. Okay, this code will be JSX. I write one fragment. Let's make some H2. I am from wish message. Okay, fine. And let me export default wish message. Okay, so this is how you will create the functional component. Just function return. This is JSX. It looks like HTML, but this is JSX, and export. Fine. So now I want to display, before I start with props, I want to display this on the screen. How to display? This is coming from root app component, right? So to display, this is the tag name. Okay, what is the name you write? That's a tag name. So I mentioned the tag name in the root after the navbar wish message. So if you write that tag after the navbar, automatically whatever you write in this will display after the navbar. Let's check. I got that. Okay. For example, sir, what if I write this before? So that will display before the navbar. Okay. So that this decision is yours. Okay. Right. I want that after navbar. So right after navbar, it will display after navbar. Okay. Fine. I am from wish message. Okay. Looks perfect. Fine. Now what is my plan is, I want to send some data to this particular component. See, this component is display just very basic text, static text like this. Okay, I want to have some data here, and that data I'll send to here. So how to send data? First, let's take. I say let message is equal to something called good morning. Okay. So in the app, what I have done is I have let message is good morning. Okay, so in the app I have some data called message. Now this message I want to send to this wish message so that this guy can display good morning here. Okay, so how to send this message to here is, this is the tag. Okay, so how to send data is through this type of properties. See, here we have an attribute href class name. These are like predefined, right? href class name, these are all predefined. But sir, I want to send this data to this one. So what I write? Shall write href or shall write class name? No, you can write your own. Okay, your own means you will write like this. You will write uh, msg is equal to message like this. Okay, so what is this one? I can write directly here, good morning. Okay, forget about that brackets as of now. Message is equal to, I write static. Arjun, you don't have this now. I'm writing message is good morning. Okay, so what happens? This wish message I'm passing good morning. Okay, sir, how can I access this good morning in this my here? Because I have display the static data. I want to display I mean good morning I want to display here. So how to access that is any attribute if you mention here, this will be stored with an object called props of this one. So what is mean by props is props is an object. Props is indicates an object which holds the data coming from the parent component. So props is an object which holds the data coming from the parent component. It means in the wish message, in this function, you have something called props. Okay. And if I say some console dot log of props, let's see what is this props contains. Okay, is it really props contain this message or not? Let's see. Okay, so I have done a console log of props. Okay, now see if I can go here, if I can inspect console, console. You got some syntax error for 1 second. jQuery popper bootstrap mdb. Okay, the problem is, I tell you, wait. Let's stop the props aside. We have to fix, actually you have to fix this in the last class itself. Yeah, the problem is coming from index.html because it is coming from, because these are the things we have configured there in index.html. If you go there, yeah, these are the scripts we have given a scripts from local. Maybe because of that you're getting, I think you can give the external links like CDN links you can give for JavaScript. So do one thing to fix this issue, very simple. Go to Google once, search for MD Bootstrap. Okay, if you click on MD Bootstrap, you get this official website. Yeah, in this, just click on getting started. Just click on getting started. In this, install and all. Okay, just come down. I think they have to give some configuration. Yeah, I think you can go to the. Okay, you need to download it and some configuration where you can get. Wait. I think getting started homepage, quick start. Okay. In this left side, you can see something called quick start or installation guide. I hope. Let's see. They give some CDN links. Just give CDN links there. I think it's they have given link CSS. They given JavaScript. They're not given. Not this. Wait, I'll give that link. Installation guide. MDB CSS. Yes, exactly this one. But it's coming from node modules. Huh? I want CDN. Yeah, this one CDN. CDN. Not a JavaScript JS folder. This guy has not given that. Not this. Actually, you have to give. Okay, let me go directly there. Yeah, these are the files, CDN files. Okay, so we have jQuery, Popper, Bootstrap, MDB. Okay, so it is like this: mdbootstrap.com/md bootstrap cdn. I'll give this link in my HTML itself so that you can easily find that out. So this is coming from this location. Okay, then don't write like this. Just get that from online. So just simply copy the code and paste it. Okay, so from Cloudflare something. Yeah, you have what? jQuery, Popper, Bootstrap, MDB. Fine. If you connect like this, I think you don't have error. Okay, perfect. That's a fix. You can do it. Okay, I given a link direct here, and you just copy paste. Okay, that's one thing. And yeah, so switch back to the props. Okay, see what we have done. In my wish message, console.log of props. So props indicates an object which contains data from parent. See, you got an object with message msg value good morning, because here I'm passing msg good morning. You got it. Okay, I say masg, so you get that particular property masg with good morning. I say something called good evening. I say good evening, so you get props contains good evening. Okay, this is not spelling proper. Yeah. Okay, and along with that, sir, I want not one data, I want to send multiple data. Okay, multiple data, multiple attributes like a message time. I said time is equal to something called 10 o'clock. Sir, I'm providing two attributes to this. Okay, so how this data accessible? Same. This also one property. This also one property. Now check. See, you have two property. Message is good morning. Time is 10. So from the parent, I am providing some data to the child using these props. So how can I access those props? This whole thing is what object? Props object. See, we print console.log of props now. So this whole thing is props object, but I want only this good morning. So props dot message, props dot time. Okay, so I want to display good morning here. Let's say hello, hello. Okay, if I just write hello, what happens? Simply you get hello over there. I want to display good morning there or good evening over there. So what you do here, you write expression, anything dynamic you want to write like this. Okay, or else if you write like this props dot msg, because what is that name of attribute is msg. So props dot msg, if I write props dot msg just like static, you get a message props dot msg. You're not get actual data, you got props dot msg itself, because this is a static. If you want to make this a dynamic, right? Object dot object is dynamic, so better you write with expression. So this is for dynamic data. So props dot msg. If you write like this, msg property of this will read and display here. Now you get hello, good evening. Okay, and this good evening is coming from the app. Okay, and you want to display the time. Let's say and time is let's make this one and time. Not time. Props dot time. Okay, so now check. You will get hello, good evening, and time is 10. Okay, sir, what if you are reading time, but I am not providing time? If you are reading and not providing means what? Property is not there. If property is not there, what you access? Nothing, undefined. You get a value is nothing. Okay, undefined cannot display on the screen, so you got just nothing. Okay, if you provide the time to something called 18, so this is reading it from this props dot time, so you get the time is 18. Okay, like that. So anything you want to pass on from this to here. Okay, now we know that component is reusable. Reusable means you can reuse the same component. Okay, sir, I want to use the same component to display good morning also. Okay, forget about the time. I'm removing the time. I just want to see only message. Okay, yeah, I'm providing message. I got display the message. I got just simply good evening. Fine. Now, what's my plan is? I wanted same component. If I write same component, copy paste, you get what? Same message. Again, good evening. Sir, I don't want good evening. I want good morning. So you better pass good morning like this. Okay, forget about this. You pass good morning. If you pass good morning, you get see same component display good morning, and you make it again. Just say good afternoon. Okay, so you got close the console. You got good afternoon. So we are using the same component but with a different data. So how can you provide data to the component is through attributes, and how can I access the data from the parent to the child is props, and props dot what is the attribute you want to access, that attribute name you mention, you get that data. Fine. But I don't like just dummy message just like this. I want to make some nice design here. Okay, so I want each to be a card. Yes, of course you can do that. How? You can make one card. Okay, one card body. In that p.h3 with a nice color. So text success. Okay, message. How to get message? Expression props dot msg. Okay, now check. You got nice card. So three cards just come because child is a card. Okay, you got a card, and you want to give some margin. Let's make some margin top. Okay, just say M3 for all the sides. Margin 3. You get some space. Yes, nice. You got three different cards with three different messages. That's all process of props. Fine. Now we have discussed the props concept using functional. In functional, how to access the data using what? Props dot the field name, right? Props dot msg, props dot time, like that, whatever the attribute you given, right? That's a functional. We can also create components using class base, right? In class base, how to access is simple. We use extra this keyword, this dot props dot message. That's it. Okay, in functional component props dot message. In class based component this dot props dot message. But for functional, you have a function accept the props. But for class, where you write the props. Okay, so let's start another component called class base. Okay, so let's create the class based component. Okay, so in this particular components I create, okay, I write a comment also here. This is, oh, I think you can't write the comment like this because it is not HTML. Okay, so never try to write HTML syntaxes here. You get the error. You make like this. This is how you write comments in React JSX. Okay, functional components. Okay, let's make class base. So I'll say new JavaScript, something called card. It's just one card, okay, or wish card. Okay, so class base, how we write? Import React from React along with the fragments, and class, you have to write class, not function. So class wish card, it must extends from React dot component. So either you write React dot component, or else you can use the component as an import statement, and you can write directly that component here. So both are possible. You import and use it, or else you can write React dot like this because React already imported. And here, generally what you write, render tab, you get the render function, right? Along with that, how can I access the prop sales? Along with the render, every class will have something called constructor. Okay, and this constructor will access the props. So con tab. Okay, so always remember shortcut is con tab. I repeat, delete everything. Inside you want to write something con tab constructor ren tab render. That's it. And let's make export default ये क्या है sorry wish card. Okay, now Yeah, I got props. Okay, and we all know what is super. Super means it indicates the parent class constructor, that is this component. Okay, and here you can use fragments. And one more thing is for fragments, I have import the fragment, so I can use the fragment directly. So suppose I have not imported. Some people also write like this. Some people write like React dot fragments. They will write like this. Okay, if you have not import the fragments, you can write the same React dot fragment you use. Or else, if you are importing the fragment like this, then either you write React dot fragment or directly the fragment which refers this one. Okay, it is just destructuring concept. Yeah, so which one you like, you can root. Okay, let's practice this one. Only reactor, because here we made that one, no? So let's say reactor dot fragment. Okay, this indicates the root tag. So inside I make the h2, I am from the card component. Okay, fine. We are not passing any props as of now. Let's display some static. Yeah, I want to display this particular card below my these cards, these three cards. Okay, how is configured that in the root app, because this is coming from the root app. Okay, so message is there. Let's make my own extra watch comment. This is the comment you write. So class based components. Okay, so in the class based component, I write a card, which card it is. Yeah, which card. If I write the wish card, automatically whatever you write in the wish card will display here. I am from the card component. Okay, fine. So we have some static data and we got display. Fine. Now what's my plan is same story I want to do for this card also. What you do here, MSG is equal to something called good morning. Okay, so I'm passing MSG good morning for wish card. But this wish card is what? It is a class base. If it is a class base, you get the props in the constructor. But how to read those props here? How to read this current data of the class is using this keyword. I will make a nice card here first. Let's make one card body. Let's make some different color for background, BG, light. Okay, only to indicate that it's a class base. Okay, inside I want p dot h3. I will make how expression props this dot props. Okay, dot msg. Okay, you get msg, but this is very dabba. Bg success and text white. So you get the nice like this. I think I have not given the margin m3. Okay, perfect. And some people asking question. One minute. Super props is required to get the props. No. This super props is actually to call to initialize the props of the parent. Because see, super means what? Super indicates calling the constructor of parent class. Parent is what? This one. Because our component is a child class of the parent called root react real component. So when you call this, you accept the props, and before you, as soon as you accept the props, it will initialize the parent. So this is just to parent, and this line must important because as per the OOPS concept, as soon as the child object is created, parent object has to create. I mean, before before the child parent object has to be created. So using the super, we can create that. Okay, that's the OOPS concepts of JavaScript, and even OOPS concepts I discuss same answer. Go to my tutorial. You understand the OOPS concepts also there. Okay, fine. Yeah. So we got the props, and I want to display good morning and okay, these three messages: good evening, good morning, good afternoon. So simply what you do, you can reuse so you don't need to write this much code again, right? You just need to use this. So this will be good morning, and let's do one thing. This is also good morning. This is good afternoon. This is good evening. Just make a proper order, okay? And control D, D for Delhi. Just keep this cursor here and control D, it copy paste the previous line. It's a shortcut of WebStorm. So good afternoon, and this will be good evening. Good evening. Now check. Okay, you got good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is a functional component. This is class-based components. That's it. Okay, so we have discussed the what props using what both class and functional. One more thing is in the previous example to print the props. I want to see the real data of the props. What we have done in the console log. I want to go to console log and check. Instead of console log, you can do everything here only. For example, I have message and as well as time. Time is equal to 10. So instead of doing console.log, you can display the whole object on the screen only. Let me delete this too. I have message and time. I want to display this props object on the screen itself, here itself. I want to display this data here. So how to display the props? Instead of console log, I want to display the props data here only. How is simple. Instead of using this dot message search, and I say this dot props. This dot props is an object, right? I say this dot props. You get something called error. Okay, okay. I tell you here why is the error? Objects are not valid as React child. It means you can either display the data of an object, a property of an object you can read, but the whole object you can't display on the screen. Okay, only some text. Okay, only the property of an object we can read, but the whole object cannot display on the screen. Don't worry, we will do that using something called JSON. JSON dot stringify of this dot props. So what is JSON dot stringify? This is regular JavaScript global object JSON. So JSON dot stringify. So it will convert the object to string format, right? So obviously you get the result is string only. Automatically you will display data. See, message is good morning, time is 10. You got a whole object, but this is in a string format. So whenever, because in future you will receive this data in the form of object only. Okay, from server you will get data. Okay, so that data can be an array of objects, okay, and collection of objects and complex objects. I want to see that complex data. So good hint you have is JSON dot stringify of this dot props. Even you want to see the real one more data, you can just do pre-tag of HTML. So if you write pre-tag, so the proper data it will display like this. Okay, object you can read like this. Okay, okay. As of now, I'll make it pre-tag. Okay, in future you will understand what's the difference between pre and p-tag. Right, this HTML tag. Okay, so you can display like this, but I want only the message, not all this. So let's make only this dot props dot message. So you get good morning. Simple. Yeah. So let's make it for all. I don't want time. So this is good afternoon and this is good evening. Okay, so happy, done. So this is about props concept for function and class. Now let's move on to the next concept called state. What is mean by the state? What is props then? Props indicates an object which represents data coming from parent to the child. What is state is? State is not data coming from the parent to child or some other component. Every component can maintain its own data, their own data. So navbar having its own data, sidebar have its own data, like footer having its own data. So their own data you want to maintain, you have something called state. So how to manage the states uh, in class and in functional, we'll see. Okay, before I start the concept, I want to make one small clarity. Clarity is from this situation onwards, from the state concept onwards, class way is different, functional way is different. Okay, so in functional, how to maintain the state is there is something called React hooks. Okay, using the React hooks concept, we will maintain the state. So functional way is a new way of maintaining the state and all. So React hooks is a new concept which is coming from the 16.8 version. Now we are reading the 16. I think 13. 16.13 is the current version of React. This React hooks has come 16.8. This is a new version. Always we write a components using functional only. But before we discuss this, we are discussing everything about the class, because once you join the company, we never know they are using class based components or functional component. Okay, so this type of confusion is not there with Angular, because Angular having only one way. So React is having two ways, either functional or React. So some people use functional component, some people use class based component. So we never know what is the thing. So that's why we will discuss all the React JS fundamentals on class based component. Okay, and then we'll start with hooks concept. Here also we'll see all the concepts using only functional component, focus only on functional components. So as of now, functional components I am cutting it. So going forward, everything will be class until we finish the React JS fundamentals module. Once we finish the fundamentals, we'll start with React hooks. I think I can show you the screen. One minute. My previous class I have to store. 1 minute. Angular I want to store. Okay, this is what my recorded of this one. One minute. This is out of syllabus. This is my personal Angular. What to discuss today? Angular 10 with okay, this I have to share for Angular batch. Yeah. Yeah. Where we are? Go to this one. React JS training. So as I given in the syllabus, come on. As I given in the syllabus, where is my syllabus? This one. We have a 7 modules, right? So first we'll start with fundamental, then hooks. So hooks separate different. Okay, so finish off this part. So in that we have these many things are there. Okay, so manage props and state is we are here, and then event handling, form handling, these are all the things will come. And lastly, one employee portal. Instead of employee portal, we will discuss the. I think I have shared one new website, no, Big Basket. Okay, that is the replacement of employee portal. Employee portal is a bit older. Okay, I want to make something new, so let's make that here. Big Basket example here. Okay, fine. And so conclusion is forget class component as of now. Okay, only sorry, forget functional component as of now, only class. Okay, so now let's discuss how to maintain the state using class. Okay, fine. You let's close it. um what else? I can comment all this, not required. अरे comment मतलब ये ऐसा कर दिया. Comment this guys and comment this guys. Okay, so you have plain empty. Yeah, I want to discuss only state now. So yeah, done. So let's create another component, only maintain the state. Okay, so right click new. JavaScript is a class. What you want is something called mm, what card? Student card, something, some component name. Okay, what is shortcut key for comment in WebStorm? Comment is same like your regulars. Control shift slash. Okay, for comment, if you write comments in WebStorm, control plus shift plus slash. Okay, control shift and slash forward slash, you get the comment, and plus the same again, you will uncomment both. Yeah, so let's make import React. Fragment will do that from here only. Class student card extends React dot components. In that one con tab and then run tab. Okay, I don't want div. I want React dot fragment. So close them come automatically. Export default student card. Structure done. Let's add the basic h2. Welcome to student card. Okay. I want to display this in the app. So back to the app.js I have commented. Let's make somewhere here. Student card. Okay. So yeah, I have done it. Connected to the app. So you will get this message. The default is student card. Okay, fine. So we create the component. We connect it to app. We got display the data. Fine. Now I don't want to receive the data from the parent. Previously we received data from the app, right? I don't want to receive. I want to create my own. Okay. I tell you as of now how to create your own static data by yourself. Okay. And later I tell you how to get this data from the server once you start the server concepts. Okay. So now how to create data, how to create a state. We generally officially name the word called state. Okay. How to create a state here is like this. This dot state is equal to one object. In React.js, we will maintain the state of one component is like this. This dot state is equal to this one, and also make sure inside a constructor. Okay, functional is different. We'll see in the hooks concept. Forget the function. Okay, so this dot state is equal to something. Now here I will make message again. Good morning. Okay, again good morning. Something is there. This dot state an object which contain message good morning. Okay, I want to read the state here. How to read the state is very simple. You can display hello and some expression of React.js like this. How to read the state? Previously, how to read props? This dot props dot property. Here, this dot state dot message. Simple. This dot state dot message. Okay, so you have good morning, and that good morning dynamically you display. So you will make like this dot state dot message, and this object can be anything. You can have an array, you can have a complex object, anything. Okay, so but the student card is name is student card. No, then why you display message good morning? Why can't you display student details? Yes, of course. Do one thing. I want to make some student details. Okay, so what I do is name. What's the name of my student? Student name is Arjun Reddy. Okay, you can write anything. Name Arjun Reddy. Age 23. I don't know. Course MBBS. Great guy. MBBS. And what's college? College. I don't know. They're not mentioned in the movie. Okay, I think it's there. I forgot. Osmania Medical College. Okay, and yeah, what this hobbies, because I want to make sure object contains array or something like that. So hobbies, an array. This guy good hobbies. Okay, let's make some good hobbies like yeah, reading. What is this? Reading books every time? No, no reading books. Like playing games. um I don't know. Okay, coding. Okay, coding applications. This is good habits. Okay, fine. So this student is having some data, right? Assume this data is coming from your server. So this data I want to display nicely present here. Okay, so simple. This dot state dot name, this dot state dot age. But if you want to display the whole state here, simply what you do, you just write pre-tag. Okay, so inside expression of React. So this dot state, you get a problem because state is a object. So whole object you can't display in the tag. You get the nice error. Okay, objects are not valid as a React child. Okay, so we know the way. What is that? Convert object to string. So it's React will be happy. How to convert object to string in JavaScript? JSON, the global object JSON dot stringify of this dot state. Now object has converted to string format. Now React is happy. I got data. See, I got name, age, college, hobbies, and all this. Yeah, I don't want to display the raw data like this. I want to display a nice card with the data. Okay, so do one thing. And one more thing, I want Arjun Reddy photo also. Okay, let's go to Google. Arjun Reddy photo. Okay, I think that guy's name is Vijay. Okay, let me get some image. I think you'll get this. Yeah, I want, I don't know which me. Yeah, this is what the movie, right? Okay, can you get this one? So right click, copy image address. I want to store the image address also. Let's add image with this address. Okay, huge address. Fine. Yeah. So image also there. Okay. Now let's get the data. How to get the data? Let's display data here. So I want to display nice one container proper data. Okay. Container row single call MD4 one card header and card body. Okay. Um, okay. No card header. Let's add image here. Image tag. Okay. Address src. src not static. I want to make dynamic like this. And here what you want to substitute image. So this dot state dot image here. So this dot state dot image. Okay. So now save it. Go check. Where is my card? Okay, I got a card, but very large. Let's make call MD3. Okay, you get small card. Okay, let's make some margin top. I hope I'll make margin top 3. Okay, fine. Let's me display the name and all. So in the card body, better I'll write some nice UL tag. Okay, I display name. Name how to display. Okay, can you write some span tag or something? Span tag name. I make this dot state dot what is their name? Okay, you get Arjun Reddy name, and let's make some break line break like this, and never make just a BR tag because we all habituate with HTML. No, we just write BR tag like this. But if you just give BR tag, you will get the error because it's always expect it is not HTML. Okay, it's a class name is it's a JSX. So it is looking for parsing error corresponding JSX closing tag for BR. BR tag is not closed. So make sure you close like this. Okay, because that's a React. Okay, done. So next, what is there? Age, course, college. I think you can't display everything here in a small card. Okay, so can we copy this? Control D, state dot age and age static years. Okay, and course and college. Okay, so I can display like this. You get data like this. So urgent data is something, 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 and hobbies. So hobbies you can display just like span tag or what. Actually, looping we have not discussed how to loop from the array. We have to use a map function of array, but we have not discussed that. We'll see in the structural directives concept. But as of now, I'm just go through the static dot 0.1. But if we have multiple, so we can write in a shortcut. But that I'll see in future classes. So let's write just UL tag and li. Hobby number 1. Let's make this dot state dot hobbies of 0. Okay, and hobbies of 1 array, right? So you have to make like this. Playing games, coding application, this guy. Okay, fine. And so this is means this how you maintain the state of your application, and you will use it here. One more thing I tell you, thing is student card state contains object like this. Okay, but I don't want directly data like this. I want to keep this everything inside one object. State indicates the whole data, right? In that you can have nested objects also. For example, I taken this out. Okay, I create one student object. Okay, like this. In that I have data. Oh, sorry, I think like this student. Can I keep like this? Yeah. State. Okay, state contains student. Student contains data. So in this case, what you do? State dot student student dot image, like this you have to write, right? Same, no? State dot student dot image, state dot student dot name, like that. So okay, so let me copy this. Copy. Paste. Array, either nahi इधर. I think you have to copy this dot. Copy, paste. No, paste or paste. Yeah. So you need to do like this, just general object how you read from JavaScript, and you will get data, right? Fine. But the problem is, sir, I don't want to write these many. Suppose in future in the real application you'll have a data, very complex data. For example, I show you data. I think I have on my desktop. Yeah, I can open something object. Yeah, see here, I have an array of objects, right? This object is a complex. See, you have a gender, name, location, city, email, login, like picture, large, this much. If you want to get the data, so object dot picture dot large, so you have to read like this, dot like that. Instead, we have a beautiful concept in JavaScript, that is called destructuring concept, right? Using destructuring concept, we will read everything destructure. How? Very simple. Let's destructure is equal to this dot student, sorry, this dot state dot student. You can destructure data like this. So here you will fetch the image and the name and the age and the course and the college and the hobbies. You will destructure the whole data like this. Okay, if you destructure, this is not React.js, okay, it is JavaScript ES6 feature, and you want to know more about only one answer, go to the tutorial. Okay, so if you have this data, so directly you can use it. Image, it works happily, and this is just name. You don't need to make every time this much calling. Okay, can we cut this? Isko cut karo. Isko cut. This also we will cut. Okay, now happy. See, just image, name, age, and all. We got it from here. And also check you got the data. Refresh. Nothing. You got data. So this is called destructuring concept, to fetch a particular property from the object once, and you can use shortcut. Okay. So this is how you will maintain data by its own components, its own data, and you can display however you want. The design is your choice. You can use CSS Bootstrap, however, but concept is this one. Okay, we are using Bootstrap, so we made a Bootstrap setup. Fine. Okay, this is about props and states, and yeah, this is the first class. Don't worry. I think some people are still need to pay. Okay, so for that only, for those people in mind, I think today most of the people will pay. Okay, I think today's I hope lastly they'll pay. Okay, so I hope they will join from tomorrow. The latecomers will join from tomorrow, so I will stop the class for today. Okay, don't worry, I made only 1 day 1 hour for today. From tomorrow, sharp 2 hours. Okay, exact 2 hours we'll discuss from tomorrow. Okay, and yeah, in React, one way binding is there or two-way binding is there. Yeah, both are there. One way also you can do, your choice. Two-way also you can do. Okay, we will see that exactly same concept tomorrow. Okay, so we have after this we have events binding and then forms binding. In the forms binding we'll discuss, and we also have nice real-time examples. We'll see that. Okay, so I hope that's clear, and we have not discussed the state of this Angular. We have not. Where is our notepad? Okay, there. Yeah. So we have not discussed the state management for functional, because that is separate path. That's a different way. It's a new way using hooks that we'll see once we start hooks module. But today what we discuss is what is props and how to get the props and read it using function and class, and how to maintain the state and how to read the state. That's it we discuss. And this is the React expression to read uh, the dynamic data or any expression you will do it. Okay. And can I get today's video? Yes, exactly. You will get. And also, I think I have not shared any of the source code also. Okay. So previous example source code also I have not shared for the most of the people. Don't worry. Who are all paid? I think every person who joined today's meeting are paid. Okay. So I will share the recording and this source code. Okay. So to your email ID, I think in half an hour you will get that. Okay. So you will read all the complete source code and all the links I'll share daily. Okay. So I hope that's it. Any questions? Anybody any question? No.
Hey Naveen,
Yeah.
could you please share the notepad of today?
Notepad. Oh, this one. Okay. Okay. Sure. Let me copy this.
Because
Actually, this is there in the notes. I think I have not shared notes. I have notes, so that notes is having this details. I think that is better. 1 minute. I think I go to I show you the notes. React.js not practice notes. Yeah, this one. This I'll share. I'll keep in my drive. You can find that out. Yeah. So this is component based, and today's class I tell you npm. Okay, so here I made what is functional component, how to write a function. Okay, class-based component. This is class-based component. Got stuck. Yeah, class functional components, class-based component. Maybe names different and differentiate between function and class and JSX. This is not required. This is not to understand this concept. This is waste. Yeah, props. We discuss welcome message. We do provide the props and this the props dot age like that. And for class base, this dot props. So functional is props dot age and differences like this. Okay. And state we have discussed just now. State. Okay. And so this change we'll see. Okay. This how to call a function for certain events. Events binding we'll see tomorrow. And yeah, I hope this makes clear. Okay. So this notes I'll share. Okay, so wait. Don't worry, I share this with your email. Okay, and if you want this, I copy this. This is just like a running notes. Okay, so daily what you have to do while watching this tutorial is you can take one running notes. Okay, you just keep one notes in front of you along with this video what you're watching. Anything you want to note down, you can just note down. Okay, because that notes help you a lot while practicing the code. Okay, because maybe you can't understand my notes or something because everybody having understanding level is different, right? So better I suggest while watching this video daily, I mean while attending this class daily, live session, that's a benefit. Okay, you can take a running notes, so next time you watch the video, so that will be very good, I mean better helpful for you to understand in a better way the subject. Okay, along with that you can also read my notes also. Okay, so that's the thing, and please also practice these examples what we have done daily, because every class is depend on previous class. Okay, see, today we are not configure bootstrap, but that is done previous class. Suppose if you miss the previous class, so today you will confuse so where the bootstrap has come, right? So to avoid that type of confusions, so because problem is if you miss one day, next day you can't understand. Suppose if you miss 1 week, so next week onwards is complete dilemma. So until unless you finish all the videos, you can't come. So why you strain? Just one video, right? Okay. So just make your time free for at least 3 to 4 hours to practice the daily class. Okay. So just follow like that and just continue the same thing for next 45 days, and you'll become definitely a master in React.js because we develop some good and some complex applications. Okay. So that's the plan. So take running notes daily and keep practice daily. Okay, never miss one video one day. Okay, fine. And I'll be sharing this in half an hour because I need to get this recording from the cloud. So as soon as I get, I'll share the code and video to all the paid people. Okay, so fine. Thank you so much, and we'll meet tomorrow. Thank you. And tomorrow onwards, 2 hours. Okay, thank you.